I'm Travis, Horror Movies Uncut. We are speaking with Bruno and Helen from Reflection in a Dead Diamond. This is a movie that I really wish my father was still alive because he was such a big spy movie fan and he was a big spaghetti western fan. So this would have been like his favorite film. My first question, and Bruno, you can answer, and Helen, of course, either one of you can answer. The film feels like it's a love letter to Bond-era spy cinema, but filtered through very surreal art house lens. What was the spark that led you to reimagine the spy genre in your way? Because you guys are making your own lane with this.
The spark was Fabio Testi. It's the Italian actor who is playing in the movie, and in fact we have seen in 2011 a Monty Hellman movie called Road to Nowhere. And when we have seen this movie, it reminded us Sean Connery. And so he was dressed in a
white suit.
Yeah.
So he reminded us Dirk Bogarde in Death in Venice, Visconti.
And so when we came out from the theater, we said, it would be fun to make a kind of a Death in Venice with a James Bond who is remember all his past. And that was the spark.
Yeah.
And after me, I come from south of France, and a lot of Bond movies are Eurospy, the fake James Bond from the 60s by Italians, were shot there. And so it was the perfect set for this movie, and we know a lot of places, and they have inspired us. And you know, in this Eurospy, it was like more psychedelic, more crazy, more pop than.
And it was a movie who represented the world in a way, a very like a candy. The world is unlimitless. You can have all you want. You can do what you want. So. It was the good start to contrast with to nowadays, in fact, and to question the image of the hero.
Yeah. I have to get to the weapons and stuff, but because that's my favorite part. But I have to ask about your star of the film being a 70-year-old ex-spy, and that instantly sets your film apart from most of your espionage type films. So I'm curious, why was it important for you to center the story around an aging character confronting his past? And I loved the back and forth, like the younger version, and it was great. That was very well done.
But in fact, it's because for us, James Bond is the hero of the past. And of our childhood, and when we were watching these movies, we thought he will change the world, he will save the world, change the world, but maybe he failed. And so that was one of the starting point, and it was a movie of someone who loved the world, who want to save it, but destroy it. And for us, James Bond was the perfect guy for that.
Awesome. Helen, did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, it was
all right. We will move on to what I want to also talk about. So the fights and weapon choreography is brutal and elegant, almost like a dance. How did you approach designing action that matches the film's refined, stylish tone?
It was a real reflection because, in fact, it was the first time that we
make a fight scene.
Yeah. So we didn't know how to approach it. People told us, you have to have a choreographer and things like this. But with a choreographer, it would change the way of directing, in fact. So we preferred do it
DIY.
Yes.
Oh yeah, do it yourself.
Yes. We have made a lot of murder sequence in our previous movie, and it's a big murder sequence, a fight scene, in fact. And so you talk about dance. It's funny because I remember when I was writing the script. We were at home in the kitchen, and at one moment, Hélène put the song very with and she began to dance just like this. So that was the sparkle for the beginning. And after, when we wanted to find the character for Serpentic, who is the villain, we thought about a dancer, a contemporary dancer, because first we thought about a stunt girl, and as we wanted that it was just not actress and a stunt to do all the fight. We thought about a dancer because she could do both, I think. And so the way she's moving and like that is very elegant, and it's maybe for that.
I loved it. It was like so great to see. So you guys, you shot this at the Côte d'Azur? Côte d'Azur?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
So it's a very, I mean, from what it's luxurious, it's beautiful, but it's also very haunting and mysterious too in that realm. So I'm curious, what drew you to this location and how does it serve the story that you're trying to tell? Because location should sometimes be a part,
for sure.
you know?
Yes. But here we choose Côte d'Azur because in fact it represents the world like if it was luxury, power, and everything. You can catch what you want, and it was really to contrast with today again. With the world is
a lot different.
Out of breath.
Yes,
So,
we're all tired. We are all tired.
So that's why, and then Bruno is from there.
And so I know a lot of.
You know all the nooks and crannies. You know all the spots, right?
But I know it from a normal citizen, so I know more than just luxury and things like that. And so a lot of set inspired the writing of the movie, and there is a mix between concrete and nature, and we wanted to use that and not to be just in the old representation of what was the Côte d'Azur.
Okay, awesome. Your work has always blended cinema history with experimental imagery. Here, movie making in America seems to be part of, here, movie making itself seems to be part of the narrative. How did you want to explore the collision of memory, film, and madness? Like, how did you want to weave all those together in one beautiful offering?
Well, we have approached our storytelling like the Japanese director Satoshi Kon.
Yes.
Okay. When we have discovered his movie Millennium Actress, for us it was like a revolution in storytelling, because he blurred the limits between reality and dreams, and he developed several thematics through one simple story, and so each time you watch the movie you can watch it a different way, and you can the film gets richer each time you watch it.
Yeah, there's different interpretation.
And when we started to write Reflection in a Dead Diamond, we have watched a TV show called Westworld, and it's written in the same way, and so
you can have different readings of the plot.
Yeah, Westworld's great. Your work, the visual styling is stunning, filled with elegance, but also there's a lot of unease in a lot of the moments in the film. What visual reference or other cinematic traditions were most influential to you? We talked about one of them here shortly, but more the ones that shaped the reflection in A Dead Diamond.
In fact, spy movie, superhero movie are always told the same way, very straightforward, and there is always this good and evil things. And in the 60s, in the Italian culture, with for instance, the fumetti neri, it's the black comics book, like Diabolique. You have the hero is a villain, and so it's more blurred, it's more in a gray zone, and we like that because it makes you a little bit more uncomfortable. And me personally, I like that in genre movies when you don't know if you are with the victim or with the killer.
Yeah. Yes.
It's something I like. And our James Bond is a bit extreme, you know. It's supposed to.
He has a license to kill.
Yeah. But he overused his license to kill.
So, and I'll just have two more questions. You both have been fantastic, and I'm very excited for people to see this film. There are moments that feel playful, right? A lot of fun. Then there are moments that feel deeply sinister. Like, you guys are dark. There's darkness in this film. How do you strike that balance between paying homage to the genres, but also add that psychological dissent? Like, how do you find that balance?
In fact, maybe I would say we really want to be visceral. We really want to touch the audience physically. So we want to make like.
You can get in trouble for that.
But there is really this part, this physical part, which is like a roller coaster. I don't know really how you can say that.
Like a cinematic experience.
Yes, there's the experience. And
roller coaster is a great way to explain it. Like, it's a great way to explain it.
And this Eurospy universe is always told nowadays like parodic, And us, we wanted to do something more first degree.
Yes.
So we mixed two types of cinema, like Death in Venice from Visconti, who is very serious, something like that, nostalgic with a dark character, and this Eurospy universe with more fun, a bit psychedelic and things like that. And our goal was to mix these two opposite cinema and make something special. That's great.
My last question: if audience take one thing away from this film, what do you hope it is?
To have a great cinematic experience and to have a blast.
And maybe to keep it a little bit, because we are influenced by movies we can grow with and we can see again several times and see different things each time. So not just content, just not consumption products, but maybe, I hope, something you can take with you and a little bit.
And Bruno, what about you?
Because, for instance, when we were teenager, I discovered Lost Highway from David Lynch. And it's a movie that I've seen in the theater, and I didn't get the movie, but I had a real theatrical experience.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know what's going on, but it's great.
And after, years after, I've seen it again, I've watched it again, and I begin to have some keys to read it. And it's films that stay inside you along all your life. And we try to do something a bit like that. Awesome.
Well, best of luck with Reflection in a Dead Diamond. I'm very excited for people to see it. Thank you two so much for your time. And best of luck with everything you guys have going on. I'll be keeping an eye out for everything you guys do because I love your style, okay? Thank you so much.